Go to the statement whenever you're ready.
Just awesome to get a win, get back on the winning track, and to do it at home, and to play with such a passion. It was fun to coach them tonight.
Coach, what was the difference you saw from them today, just even going into the game compared to last game?
As in ourselves?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, you said them. I was like, I mean, I think they can answer it a lot. You know, they, just had a mindset. They had the will to win, which combined with obviously their talent and their skill, and they didn't let things get us down a little bit. Something wasn't going our way, we just went to the next page. So that was my take. It was just their effort and their passion, how hard they play. Would you like to add anything on it?
After Sunday's game, we had a talk, and we all basically came together and realized, or told each other that we need to play better. We're a good team, and we need to show that in every game that we play. So our main focus was to make sure that from every practice before this game, we were going hard in every drill, bringing energy, so that would translate over onto the court, and that's what we did tonight.
How do you guys think you did against 42 tonight?
I mean, I thought we did well. I thought she was playing a lot better since our game, much more physical than if you guys recall from being up there. The game was much more physical, which I'd seen in all the games leading up to tonight. So we've gotten, obviously, these guys pretty prepared for it. They knew the clips they saw from Scout. So I was proud. It took a several-man team, because of the foul situation. So E started off the charge, and then I thought Ruth Sherrill did a phenomenal job for a lot of minutes there while he was sitting and AO had to sit. And then he kind of gave us that punch again, and then Ruth back and forth, and then also Deanna Thomas-Palmer. So that when you have nights like that with people that are all very talented and they all were kind of embracing their role and doing what the team needs, it was a good three-man punch against her, because she does a good job. She was 6 for 17. She had 22 points. I mean, and we had 3 people running in and out on her. So, because she did better than the other guards did this time, it was a little bit of a give up, but I thought we still did a good job on it.
What were some of those defensive adjustments made in the first half?
Well, obviously we tried to stop their middle penetration, especially release Mark. She rips middle so well. So we really tried to contain her penetration a lot more, make it a little more confusing so you can't see the gaps. And I felt like they did a good job of doing that.
Coach, because of the foul trouble, obviously, AO had to sit. Sydney Epps plays more minutes once again, puts up 7 points. What are you seeing from her growing even the last 2 games where she's able to get on the board and start hitting some shots?
It's just been her focus. About 2 weeks ago, we sat down and, you could see it in her eyes that she needed to, improve, calm down, bring to the table the things that she's capable of being, not try to overdo it and get too rushed. And you see a kid that's actually just improving. I was just talking about her today to someone in the office about, like, this kid's going to find a way to get on the floor, and she showed you that today.
10 steals in this game, 4 by Asia. Talk about that part of the defense.
Again, just taking away passing angles, really forcing them on the short side of the floor. Gave the other side, be a little more aggressive. So I thought, you saw that. They executed that really well. Really did. What do you think, Asia?
It was most of my teammates, them playing pressure on the guards who they're playing. It allowed me to find open gaps and hit the balls going and stuff like that.
Shoot 48% in the second half compared to 33% in the first half. What was the difference between the 2 halves on offense?
I said we shot the ball well at home. It's probably the best stat line we've had at home in a while. Put the ball in home, focus and finish, right? Hit the open shots. I mean, we got a little 3 happy there for a while. They did a good job. They ran triangle and 2 against us. You kept seeing them to do that. They were playing a little bit of tandem, taking away Crystal's right hand. Trying to take away the middle penetration, and they were denying the wing. So, we had to work hard. But that shows you what they can do with some intense pressure and how well they can focus and knock shots down with intense pressure.
Can you talk a little bit about the leadership you have to bring on the floor as a senior?
It's a role that I'm embracing more and more each day. With my team, it makes it pretty easy because I have a team that's willing to listen and learn in every aspect. So when I'm making mistakes, I know I can look. I learned more from these younger kids than I've learned from a lot of the older players I played with in the past. But my team it's just a collective effort from everybody. So I know that if someone's getting down, there's something I can say to bring them up, and then if I get down, they can do the same thing for me. So it's not like I'm just at their head and just telling them what to do. between the players. So it makes it easy for me to embrace my role as a leader. And I know there are certain things that I need to do, and sometimes, you know, I get down on myself, but I know that my team is going to pick me up and everything, so I enjoy it.
Coach, defensive glass much better than last game. Holding only 5 offensive boards, 2 second chance points. What was the difference that you saw tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, they'll tell you about practice, so that might have been the difference. Even when we've been playing with the bubble for the past 2 weeks, but they got after it. Kind of tipping back on your leader, I saw Crystal, and I was going to ask these guys, I saw Crystal all night, pointing in transition. Did she help you? That's what I saw. I saw her pointing and talking, get back, yelling, telling people to cover this person. Did a really good job to help out, especially if AO's on the bench. I really was very proud of her, you know, with that part. Of course, you know, how she ran the floor and everything else, but that was a really good sign because these guys need folks. Asia, I always see her pointing. She might not be as verbal as she's getting that way, but she's pointing and going. So the more direction they're giving people, the better we're going to be.
How do you keep this going to JMU Sunday?
Well, that's easy. We're ready. They're ready. We're ready. I mean, these are the fun games that, you know, that we need to. We know we got to play, you know, really good basketball game. I'm not saying we necessarily have to play, you know, a perfect game, but we need to play a very strong physical game and rebound against them. They're big in each spot. You know, they cause some mismatch issues, but you know, we need to be pretty tactical against them and just really hit those boards hard. And playing in their environment is always fun. So these guys got a lot of experience with playing down there in the Berg. So it's a fun game, just as fun as it was when we head to Drexel. This is a fun game. You know, night after night in this league. So we're ready. We'll be ready. We'll be ready the rest of the day.
Yeah, what advice are you going to give to the freshmen for this game?
You look forward to games like she said, the environment. It's a very vocal crowd, full of their fans.
Abusing
so.
crowd.
Just let me. Vocal crowd. So you know, it's an environment you want to play in, and as the visitor, you know, you look forward to going in there and showing the other team that you came ready to play. So the only advice I can give to them is just come ready to play.
When we spoke to Coach Khan at the half, he said the philosophy was kind of generating offense off of defensive opportunities. Would you agree with that?
Yep, you saw that tonight. That's what did it. I mean, that's what did it. That end of the first half, getting after it, changing that momentum shift. You guys have been witnessing some bad 3 minutes of play at times here in the MAC. So we really focused in on the defensive part, and that generated the offense to go into halftime with a better, you know, with a better slate. And then they just continued to maintain their momentum in the second half. But yeah, certainly.
Thank you.